Right, it's kind of 2:30 in the morning local time. Just uploaded the video to the NASA site. The last thing I was going to do, and rather to YouTube, and put the link to the NASA site, because I've just spent like 3 days writing a mobile application. It's based on X3DOM. Well, it uses X3DOM, which uses X3D as a file format to create the 3D model, and which in turn uses WebGL. So it should run on any navigator that supports WebGL, and there's quite a few at the moment: Firefox, Chrome, Opera. Internet Explorer is kind of lagging behind, but there is a Flash plugin that can be used. With Internet Explorer, it hasn't actually been tested, so there are some things that still need to be done. For example, we didn't actually have a physical mobile device that we could test it on. So we tried on some simulators, some emulators, and basically we couldn't manage to install the Firefox browser. But it's kind of interesting because we actually started from scratch. It's not based on any previous software. There's no other plugins. For example, it's not based on Google Earth. It's a completely self-contained program. The server-side part is written in Java, and the client side is written in JavaScript. It uses REST to communicate with the Java server, REST architecture. And also we had some problems in development that apart from the fact that some of the files and the CSV files weren't actually correct, that they have repeated IDs. Also, there are some of the photos that only have 2 corners defined. So, although if we'd have had time, we could have calculated the other corners from the naive. But we didn't manage to do that, so we just filtered out those particular results. There is some code that restricts the search to a range of dates. However, we didn't have time to actually put that into the user interface. I say we, it's really me that I really almost single-handedly wrote the software. And the other thing is that we had another problem in terms that the web X3DOM, as they like to call it, wouldn't allow us to put the ampersand in. So all of the links with ampersand, like the image files, there was no way we could escape anything that it would allow us to insert it, and also for the server at NASA to reply. Basically, the server in NASA, if we tried to escape it with URL escape, sent us back an internal server error. So in the end, we had to write a proxy that received the request for the image, which didn't have an ampersand, and then redirected that off to the NASA server. We actually just tried redirection, which didn't work in the end. So what seemed to happen is that the photo is in some strange, it's a JPEG, but the navigator didn't understand it as far as the implementation. So maybe it was something to do with an the AJAX request to the server. and maybe it didn't understand the JPEG file format. So what we had to do was we had to read the file and then convert it to an image in the server locally, and then redirect and then send it off to the browser, and then that actually worked. So that was kind of complicated. That set us back quite a few hours. But anyway, I think it's not too bad for basically I started on Friday, and now I've just uploaded the final. I say the final version, really, it's version 1 to the NASA site. So anyway, I hope you like it. Oh, and also the development server is going to be online for a few days, because we use on the back end we use Jersey, which is running in the Jetty server, and we use Postgres with PostGIS extensions, and it has to be like the 9.2 version of Postgres, and the latest version of PostGIS, which is version 2. So as that's kind of a bit complicated to install, then the code will be on the development server for testing. So I hope you like it. Okay.